Whoa, dude. Botswana! Gosh! Oh, papagena. Potemkin, Apoka!
This is the cinemas. Have some respect.
Ma che ne vuole movies? Hush! Tomato. Look at
You again.
No! Milano, Papadan, okay. Wow! Meow! Shish! Pure bacca la macchina!
That's it, buddy. You're out of here.
No! Oh, les movies! Papi! Stop! Macarena, shush! No, quello di cazzi! Para tu, maracana!
That's enough, fella. Move that ticket.
Les movies! Bello, backflash! Po, Macarena, la potevi...
Oh, well, if it isn't Mr. Peanut again. Out you go.
Toma la Macarena! Puja la Punjabi!
They do not pay me enough to deal with this baloney. Get up. Get out.
Oh, c'est les Pouillarques! Bayou pudding! Oh, shh! Choucha! Snipa, les potes! Snip, chat! Stoppa la Macarena! Bow! Okay.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Talks Too Much.
Oh, la potaine.
Hello.
C'est les slippers. Non, tocca tu.
Time to go, Gabby Goose.
Right there! Everyone in the city gets a shot at being sharp right on my stage!
Don't you look so worried, face? I've got one for you.
Time to put your walking boots on.
Milano, Papadan, okay. Wow! Meow! Shish!
Well, good evening and welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. Tonight, back onto the B24. So, yeah. And all we've mainly got to do there is basically paint the top half of the wing. So, hopefully, we can get that part done tonight. Probably won't be such a long stream tonight, because it's a little on my own. So, yeah. With fun and games. But we do have the B24 on the bench. We know it's like restricted in movement. There he is. So, we do have it here. So that's what we've got to so far. And today it's about knocking too many parts off and hopefully get it to sit right. There we go. Oh, there's not enough room really on this bench. So yeah. Good. Over on that. Just minimize that out of the way. There we go. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing tonight. Getting the top half of the wings painted. And hopefully, if it's dry enough after 2 coats, get the last 2 decals on. But there is a few more little tiny bits to stick onto it. Not many. And put little bits on top here that needs painting. And they're mainly clear parts. So we've got the wing lights and the underwing lights and the wingtip lights. So they've got to go on. We'll get it painted first, then we'll put them on, and then hopefully clear coat it. Not use the correct colour for on them. So, without further ado, I should get on with the old admin part. So, if you'd like to support this channel, you may do so in one of 3 ways. The first way is become a Patreon member. The second way is becoming directly through PayPal. And the third and final way is the Buy Me a Coffee link. I think that's about it. But if anybody's interested in joining tonight, you can join in and just go out there. I'm more willing to let a couple of people join in with me, just to give it a bit more fun. And where are we? There we are. So there's the link for tonight's stream. So if you want to join, you may do so. As I said, it won't be a long stream like we normally do with Marcus, but he's dealing with some family issues that he's got to do some sort out. So yeah, just a little on me. Now, the only other thing I've been doing during the week has been this little fella. He's called the Archicopter, and that's about 3 weeks work now, I think, so into that. And that's Adaptus Mechanicus. So that's what they are. And what I was doing, I think, mainly on my stream and while I was on Lindsay's stream, is detailing up the wings. So that's basically what I've been up to on them. So we've got the majority of it sorted. A few more little bits to go on it. And the edges on that one still need tidying up. Other than that, she's pretty much sorted. I think I've done the underside of that one. No, I've still got the third to the final coat to go on them. So yeah, we may even end up being on that while this thing's drying. So you never know. A little while. I forgot to glue that back on. So yeah, we'll have a quick look in chat and see who's about. So I have to go to this one. First of all, we have Mr. Crazy Kit Builder. He's saying meep. And we've got Mr. Athel McLean saying that crazy beat me to the easy chair again. Still got a burger in one hand and a mug of Joe in the other. So I'm happy. Evening, folks. So good evening, Athel, and welcome to the stream. So, yeah, I've got my cupboard. And then what Crazy saying, I am currently doing laundry to drum and bass. We'll wait for the video to start. And then we've got David JM in saying, evening Ross, evening folks. Hello to Crazy Kit and hello to Athel. So good evening David and welcome to the stream. And you got Crazy Kit saying hi to David. Then we've got Athel saying hi to David, Ross, Marcus and Drim. So hopefully they're all okay. And then we've got where is our dear leader? Well, I'm here. Just running a bit late today. Still getting things sorted out at home, but lucky enough, I've managed to near enough get the hallway finished. I have just got the banister and just touching up the gloss work really. But I've got all my light switches and new lighting in there, all sorted. So hopefully we'll get that finished off probably Monday, Tuesday. Oh yeah, I've got some shelves to put up in there as well. We've got Dominic Coco in saying good evening people. So good evening Dominic and welcome to the stream. And we've got Apple saying hi to Dom, and we've got Crazy Kit saying hello to Coco. And we've got David James saying hi to Dominic. And we've got Marcus joining us saying good evening Ross, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Drim are not joining Ross tonight. I have travelled to Sweden for personal reasons and I'll be back on Sunday. Should be back at the normal after that. That all depends how you define normal. You've never been normal hanging around with me. Then we've got David Jones and hello to Marcus. Then we've got Athel saying, okay, Marcus. And then we've got Drim, Dominic saying, evening, Athel, and it's called Crazy Bit Builder and David Jones. And then we've got Crazy Bit saying, no, Marcus. Nope, you did explain. And then we have Mr. Jeff Light in saying, a very good evening, Ross, and all in chat. So good evening, Jeff, and good evening to your good lady. And then we've got David Jones hello to Jeff. And then we've got Athel saying hi to Jeff and Maggie. And then we've got Marcus saying, good looking plane there, Ross. Oh, thank you very much. And then we've got Hobby Time saying, hi, guys. And then we've got Mr. Athel and Nickel saying, hello to Hobby Time. And there's me putting the link in the chat. So if anybody does like to want to come and join me, you may do so. And we've got Hobby Time saying hi to Athel. We've got Jeff Light saying hi to Hobby Time. We've got Dominic saying, evening, Jeff Light, Hobby Time. And we've got David Jones saying hello to Hobby Time. And then we've got Hobby Time saying hi to Dominic. He's also saying hi to David. And then we've got Crazy Kit saying, I thought plane would be bigger. It's big enough. It has 1.5 meter wingspan. And that's big enough for me. Well, considering I've actually built one of these already, unlike somebody else that's supposed to be doing it with us, he's gone into hibernation, I think. But I've also built a 148 one as well. Not to rub it in a cup. I wouldn't do a thing like that. Then we've got Mr. Hobby saying, you're very quiet, my end. Am I? Oh. Not sure why. And if it's because the mic's been moved out. I'll have a look at the games in a minute and see what's going on. Yeah, I think it seems to be looking all okay at my end, and I don't seem to be dropping into. Yeah, I do apologise if it is a bit quiet. Normally I've got a noisy person called Marcus with me, so I have to speak up even louder. He makes too much noise otherwise. You have to keep him in his place. And you got Marcus saying, well, our normal. And then we have Connie in saying, hi Ross and chat. So good evening, Connie, and welcome to the stream. And we've got Athel saying hi to Connie, and then we've got David James saying hi to Connie. And Marcus saying hi to Connie, and you've got Connie saying hi to Athel, David James and Marcus, and then Jeff Light saying good evening, Connie. And Dominic saying hi to Connie, and then we've got Connie saying hi to Jeff and Maggie, and hi to Dominic. So yeah, that's the chat caught up at the moment. So what's everybody else got on their benches out there? Me, I've just got some, just in case I'm not nutty enough already. Managed to get some extra nuts. So had A couple of little bits drop off at the moment, but there we go. They'll get glued back on and all sorted. But at some point I might try to see if I can find the actual propeller blade decals, because you don't get any with this, and most of the B24s did have the decals on the blades as well. So I might see if I can find some, put them on, just to make it a bit better. You never know. So like I was saying, what's everybody else got on their benches tonight, and what you've had for scran, and what you're slurping. Over this, I've got, hopefully, not too much dust on it, looking alright. One wing prepped ready. You've got Hobby Time saying hi to Maggie. Now, what I'm going to probably end up doing today, because I can't really use the down cam, so we're probably going to have to use the side cam today, because it just ain't going to fit. The fun part is see if I can find the side cam. Ah, there we are. So you get a very close up version of the tail there, sadly. But we'll get and turn it. There we go. So it sort of gives you an idea how big this thing is. I must admit, I have enjoyed building this very, very much. You got Crazy Kit saying, I've not been able to do any modelling for 2 weeks. Oh dear. And we've got Dominic saying, nom nom, yummy, yummy. And then we've got Hobby Tom saying, 148 F84 in the Thunderbird scheme. Yeah, I've done in the past a 1/72, I think, Thunderbird F18. So that was an interesting little build. And then he got destroyed. It's going to be enough power in that, but we'll bring some light over. As you can see, I'm not really well arranged today. Oh, that's a bit lighter. See how long that lasts for. Sure. As you know, I'll be using the Vallejo Air aluminium to do the body work with. No way. And then we've got Jane from TBG in saying, hi everyone. So good evening, Jane, and welcome to the stream. So yeah, to do these wings, probably going to take at least 2 coats. Minimum, I think. Yeah, I think I'll be... In a way, I'll be sad when I get this one off the bench, because it's been such a big build. And with, especially with the other two, it's taken a lot of time and effort to get it done, but it's been one of them builds that I've really enjoyed doing. I think Dream, I think, is probably more upset at the fact that he hasn't managed to get further on with his, and that's mostly due to his work, sadly, I think. You get there. We've got Athel saying hi to Maggie, you keeping him in order. We've got Debbie James saying hi to James. You've got Hobby Time saying hi to James. James saying hand, pink and waving. Be more worried if it's brown, depending where you put it first. And we've got Jeff Light saying Maggie says hi to everyone, so good evening, Maggie. And there we go, saying hello to Maggie. James saying hi to Maggie. Athel saying hi, Maggie, you keeping him in order. And then Dojo saying my good lady had a dog from Romania delivered to her, for her to foster. Nice dog, a bit lively. Now, Ollie, my dog, he's also a Romanian rescue. So, yep. It looks like somebody's snoring already. And it ain't Ollie this time. He's actually reclined in my chair behind me. I did say to him, like, before I came on, I said, give him an hour and he'll be fast asleep in my chair. Oh, no, I won't. He's snoring away. This is where I needed my water gun so I could actually squirt him while he's actually sitting there going, be so tempting. You've got Connie saying hi to James, and then we've got James saying hi to Connie. Now, the one thing I've got to order is some more clear coat yet, which I haven't got round to doing yet for this, because I don't think I'm going to have enough to fully paint this. Well, because the whole body to do, and I think I've probably got just over half a bottle left there. There might be enough. We don't know. I'll give it a go anyway at some point. So you'll have to excuse any snoring that comes from the background. If the mic does pick it up, that is. Now, as you know, I'm using an airbrush paint to brush paint with. It's just a matter of getting into a position and then doing that. You've got James now. I'm surprised Ross isn't using a roller to put the paint on. No, it's This is actually, what is it, 3/4 inch brush. You just think yourself lucky you can't hear what he's doing in the back there. Well, as I said to you all, the next major project after this one is going to be a Gundam. And then hopefully once I've got all the parts in together, which I have a plan for doing something, and that's a civilian truck, believe it or not, and I'm going to turn it into a show truck. So that'll be a project that'll be probably showing up on my Patreon page a lot more, because that's what I'll be doing that mainly for. But you will get to see some of it on the live streams. Now, oh, there's one wing nearly done. So that's that wing first coated. There you go, saying Silver Ghost James. Yeah, she's big enough and silver enough. That's one thing. There. Now the fun part, we get to turn this one around. That's the thing, I'll pick up some super glue as well for that undercarriage. With the legs still a bit wobbly. Oh. Yeah. So you get to see the nose now. And where are you? It's there. And there. There we go. You get to have a good look at the nose section now. What's that balancing on? We have a problem with. There we go. Oh, it's not easy. Then we have new Fenris Railway and saying, "Hey chap, so good evening Fenris and welcome to the stream." And you got Jeff Light saying hi to Fenris, and you got Dave James saying hello to Fenris. Yeah, I think so far this model's taken, I think, 2.5 bottles of paint in total, just for the silver. So it does take a fair bit. And it'll look even better once I get the rest of the clear coat, I think. And we have Dominic saying evening to Fenris, and Dominic saying also to evening to James. Yep. Come along nicely. But yeah, it's like a lot of people become daunted when they're sort of brush painting models this size. And if you're like me, you've done a fair bit in the past, you basically, to get over that sort of like the size being like daunting, you treat it the same way as the way you'd brush paint a smaller model. That the same way. And all you're doing is upsizing your brush sizes. Like normally to do a 72nd scale model, I'll use a probably 10mm flathead brush. Yeah, I do. That's the background noise. Yeah. If you can hear him snoring, I do apologise. Somebody who says, "Oh, I won't be falling asleep." Yeah. Mind you, I had a good 2-hour doze earlier on. That's mainly because I was extremely knackered after. Last night, not getting any sleep whatsoever. You got Mr. Wayne Welly joining us. Oh, and he's saying hi all. And you got Connie saying hi to Wayne. You got Athel saying hi to Wayne. Jeff Light saying hi to Wayne. Wayne saying hi to Connie. Then you got Dave James saying hi to Wayne. And then you got Athel saying Wayne saying hi to Athel and Jeff. Oh dear. It's like having a pee in the background, snoring away. And you got David Jones saying hi to Wayne. Wayne saying hi to Athel and Jeff. And you got Wayne saying hi to David. And you got Wayne what's saying, so is it only you, Ross, tonight? No one else on panel? No, but if you want to come and join him, Wayne, you're more than welcome. The link is in the chat. I can put it in there again. And if anybody wants to come and join in. There we go. You got James saying hi to Lord Bismarck. Then we've got Crazy Kit saying, I am starting to think of Bob Ross watching this plane getting painted. Yeah, it's, as I said, it does take a fair bit of paint. So, and we've got James saying, a bit nippy out. It is indeed. I think we are I think it's about -1 up here at the moment. And you got Wayne saying hi to James. How are you doing? And you go, not dead. Well, that's a start. As long as you're not dead, that's always a start. And you got Wayne saying that's good, James. Always a good thing. Yeah, usually helps, doesn't it? Yes, we have built-in sound effects from me older brother tonight, if anybody can hear him. Now I'm going to turn that pump suction. At the moment, this is just basically the first coat going on this thing. It's my comfy lean back chair. Generally puts me to sleep when I'm sort of like really tired, and it is so comfortable. So for my din tonight, I had a steak and with potato gratin, followed by jam roly-poly, sweet version, and Devonshire custard. And it's followed up with some pistachio nuts without the salt. Okay. That's that part done. Now I'm going to have to turn it slightly so I can actually do the front engine cows. And this is going to be the fun part. Get these in line. God blimey. And you're after saying -2 degrees Celsius with snow clouds moving slowly southwards. Yes, I think we're due to get some snow. I think probably about Wednesday, Thursday time here. And we've got Wayne saying not joining tonight as not 100% and my voice is weird due to this cold, I thought. Is that what you're calling it now? The Friday night session has been renamed as a severe cold. Yeah. Well, that one done. Now, hopefully, once I've got this bit done, it should, in theory, be able to turn it round and do the second coat on the first wing end. That's one thing I do like using the actual airbrush paint. It does allow the paint to dry quicker for some reason, which is handy at times. And there we go. So that's both wings have their first coat on. So whee! Then we've got James saying this time 2 years ago I was in hospital. Oh dear. Then we've got Jeff Wright saying currently +4 degrees in our neck of the woods. You're lucky. We've got Jeff Wright. David Jones saying sorry to hear that, Wayne. Hope it is just a cold. Yeah, he's probably getting Bismarck withdrawal symptoms because he hasn't had a chance to do one for a while. That's what it'll be. Let's see if we move. And go. Now, hopefully, we can get that into there. Yay! Ha! So I can slightly turn this a bit more. There we go. So hopefully, yes, that's all nicely dried. We should, in theory, be able to get this second coat done. Now, what I'm going to have to do is change the water. What I forgot to do. So I'll be back in a second. Oh. Oh dear. There we go, that's better. Give me a better clean now. Oh, let's see. Apple saying the things some folk do to get out of cooking Christmas dinner: catch a cold, severe cold, and be admitted to hospital. Yeah. You got James going, yes, that's all it's you. I had a heart malfunction last Christmas Eve. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I have to be careful myself with a heart condition as well. It does play silly buggers at times. Well, I do hope everybody's enjoying the stream so far. If so, please feel free to hit the thumbs up. It'd be much appreciated. It does help the old algorithmics, as they say. Now, it actually looks like it's starting to glue up a bit, so we're going to put some pressure. Just the wrong one. Where is it? It isn't. You got Wayne saying, well, I handed him my... Oh. You got... Oh, and you got Ethel saying, oh, sorry to hear that. Was only joking. James. And then we've got Wayne Willis saying, well, I handed him mine And my son's Space Marine today for the local hobby shop, so now I've got to wait until the 1st December for the competition to start. Ooh. Yeah, so as you probably noticed, because that one I've been using first is starting to gloop up a bit, I've changed back to some new fresh paint. Clean the brush out again, and then we'll start again doing the wings. Oh dear. Yeah, he did say to me that he wasn't going to fall asleep in my chair. It doesn't make me laugh when people say that, because I know how comfortable that chair is. I mean, the fact that I'd fallen asleep myself should have told him enough. There, there we go. And we've got David Jones saying best of luck to Wayne. And we've got Wayne saying thanks, I'll be annoyed if my son's Marine wins over mine, lol. Well, he shouldn't be annoyed, he should be more proud that he's beaten you. Take it on the chin like a grown man. And then accept that basically your son's better painter than you are. That's that bit done. Now, second half is going to go somewhere. No, Wait, saying I also saw the shop had the red Gobbo Xmas Mini, but £22, bit steep for just one figure though. Yeah, I think they actually release him every year. Well, a bit different version of him. So that's where they justify it, I suppose, because it's a certain little Christmas thing. Yeah, I mean, the invite's there if anybody wants to come and join me for an hour or so. Please feel free to click on the link. Okay, that's that wing. It's fully sorted. Not managed to scrape out of it. There we go. So, just got one more wing to do with the second coat. And then hopefully we can get the last two decals on. And then we should start being able to arrange to get the last few clear parts on. And then hopefully over the next couple of days I'll be able to get it turned over and pick up some stupid glue, so I've run out, and glue that undercarriage into place properly. There we go. Ah. Oh. Oh. Let's see. You got to saying I was looking at a massaging chair today, but Mary talked me out of it as it's a tad expensive, and the lounge does not have the room for it. But what she means is I'd be in it all the time. Very much so. I mean, my comfy chair isn't one of the cheapest ones because it's designed to be really well padded, and it literally goes back flat from the time you actually. Oh dear. Fidgery doesn't watch my streams in his desk back. It's like you just fall asleep because you usually like snuggles it into you. So it's almost like a massaging chair, but it hasn't got the massage part. It's nice, thick and padded. And I think it's probably somewhere between 400 to 500 quid, I think, for that one chair, if I remember rightly. And you got one where they're saying, yeah, and I think if he did, it would boost his confidence a lot as he was nervous painting. Yeah, I mean, anybody knew it, that probably would be slightly nervous, especially when you enter in your first competition. If it is one of his first, that's can always be a problem. I do hope everybody's not getting this. 1 minute. Sydney, you've been snoring for the last half hour. Progressively getting louder. Oh dear. Yeah, so and then we've got Wayne saying how expensive. Oh, and you go 2,500 Wayne, but it is a lovely bit of kit. The massage, a lot. Yeah, I mean, probably about the right price for them, to be honest with you. If you've got the really ones that sort of like laying back and with the heat and everything like that in them, they are expensive, but are good chairs. Yeah. Hmm. I mean, some massage chairs can cost you about twice that, depending on who makes them. Oh, see. Do. And you got, there we go. So Ethel, my God, good lad, brought me one of them. Or good lady, I suppose that's to say. One of them, she was disappointed as it was the wrong electric chair. Yeah. So once I've got this coat on, I'm going to have to leave it to fully dry. I might do a bit of the Archicopter for a little while. And there we go. So that's second coat on. Open it. So I'm going to have to give that time to fully harden and dry. So move it back out of the way, and then we will go on to doing something else for a little while. Oh. You goes for a lot cheaper than that price. And you got Wayne Wallace say, oh, that's a tad expensive. With some of the chairs you can get, that's only probably one of the lower end chairs. And you've got Ethel saying, David, she wanted the one with the metal head covering that zips under the chin. After 5 minutes, you're toasty. And we've got Wayne Way saying La Reasos, and then we have Mr. Quono Man saying hi. So good evening, Quono, and welcome to the stream. You've got Apple saying hi to Dan. You've got Wayne Way saying hi to Quono. Connie saying hi to Quono. David saying hi to Dan. And you've got James saying, uh-oh, here's Quono. And then we've got Jeff Light saying, good evening, Dan. And we've got Quono saying, to probably goes model work, sloppy song for you. And you've got Quono saying, no sexy Santa Marcus tonight. He's probably checking that list twice to make sure I'm the naughty but nice. We've got Apple saying, before applying the wing decals, are you panel lining them, Ross? With this, no, I'm just going to leave it as is. Because as much as I want to look at starting weathering it, if I did that, it's probably going to take me at least a month to weather the outside of it. And yeah, so I'm just going to leave it as a fresh off the line build and go from there with it. In total, for the top pots of paint that's used, Wayne, is 1.5 pots of the aluminium silver. There's 1 pot of orange that's gone in it. There's also 3 other paint pots, pots of paint that I've used to make up the interior colour, and it's used all that. So yeah, it's probably taking about 5-6 pots of paint altogether to build this. But she's getting very, very close to the end now, and it's going to be enjoyable to see them all 3 side by side. You got to say, okay, Russ, I was just thinking that would give Drew to catch up on his one. Yeah, well, he's got 1 to do, and then he's got to catch up by building at least another 2 before he even catches up what I built on these things. But yeah, so it's one of them where I've really, really enjoyed this build. I've actually just noticed I've actually there's a couple of bits there that aren't painted on the top. So I added them extra later. Just to do with the aerial. I just remember them. But yeah, it has been a very, very, very enjoyable build. That's something I will say about this. And same as the other one. I found the other one just slightly trickier to build, with it being the 2-tone paint code. But this one, yeah, to try and get an even coat over it and keep the aluminium similar sort of uniformed. It's that's been the sort of like big thing for this build. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow when I sit and take 5 minutes, I might be able to get the decals on this and then start clear coating the body. Once that's done, I can then clear coat the wings and then get the, as I said, the final little bits of the clears, and then paint them with the navigation lights, basically the top of the wing ones, which go into the belt there and there. Then there's wingtip ones there to go, and then there's also ones that go on the underside of the wing, the lights, they've got to go in there, and like with the top of the wings, the navigation lights, there's some underneath. So yeah, that's all got to go on. But other than that, she is getting to a position where it's looking reasonably tasty, if I may say so myself. I think one of the one of the other defining factors about doing the other one, because I put a lot more extra parts into it. Now there is actually a full photo etch cockpit section in the other B24, as well as all metal gun barrels. The pods here and the ones on the underside and the top here, these parts here, they're all full metal pieces that are on it. So yeah, it's a lot went into the other one. That's that way. So we'll just move this over to one side, and then we'll bring the Archicopter up for a little bit, and bring you over so we can get hold of it without dropping the damn thing. There we go. Gotcha. But there's one thing I always like. I'm glad when I get this sort of like size model off the bench, so I don't end up knocking the damn thing anymore. That's what it's carrying. The amount of weight that it does. There we go. Sorry. Huh. No, only one's 32 scale all the time. That's the one, the same one as what Jim's doing. My one has that I end up buying sort of separately myself, and I actually built that and painted it completely from scratch within 2.5 weeks from when it arrived. Now, Drew knew I had that second kit, but he didn't know I was actually going to build it. So, with very much encouragement from Marcus, it was encouraged that I should build that one as well, as we thought it would be a friendly little prank to play on Drew. So, yeah, that's what we did. But I'm now on the lookout for a 32nd scale B25. And at some point I would love to get the 32nd scale B17. And then I've got the major bombers of Second World War, which will be all in 32nd scale. So I've got the A10, or A26, sorry. And I've got the Lancaster in 32. I think I've... yeah, and I've got a couple of Mustangs, which I'm actually going to do with one as a red tail, hopefully, if I can find the right decals for it. And the other 32nd scale Mustang I will probably do as whatever it is on the American ones. So I think I've got a British Mustang and I've got the American one. So yeah. You got so finish line is in sight with that one. It is indeed, very much so. And you got Wayne saying, I do like the B17. I've got the Academy 172nd version. Now I've got a Revell 172nd and I've got a Revell monogram. I think that one was the B17 hanging up over there, which was completed in 48. Which will be some of these models here that you can see hanging up from the ceiling. Well, I have them hanging up from something. They are actually moving into the hallway, so there'll be some of them will be hanging up from the hallway out of the way to free up a bit more room in here. And I think mainly the really big ones that will probably be hanging up from the ceiling in the hallway, just to get them out of the way, because I mean the height of the ceiling does play in favour of that. Then we got Arthur saying Now, model making, put it at, if you're listening, wait till it's fully finished before attacking it, and then find a hidey hole Ross can't find you. Yeah. Oh, hello, Autism Emily. Long time no see, and welcome to the stream again. Nice for you to come back in, and I hope you're doing well. And then we've got Ethel McNichol saying, hi, Autism Emily. So, yeah, so we have that, but I am, as I said, with my next build, it's going to be the big Gundam. I can go and grab that quickly so you can actually see which one it is. So this will be the Gundam kit that I'm going to be building. Now, whether it goes the reddish colour, completely different. So that's the. So if we turn this camera around a bit more, we can be able to see it. There we go. So yeah, it's the Neo Xeon MSN 04 mobile suit Suzabi. Now this was actually given to me by a friend as a present, a donation from one of my patrons. So yeah, very much looking forward to doing this one, and we may be experimenting with some spray paints from a rattle can to do certain things with it, especially when it comes to the shield. And we will see how that one goes. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting build, so to speak. Hopefully, you never know. Then you've got Ethel saying hi to Autumn as me. Oh. Oh. So, and you got Emily saying, I've been tied up with college work and other stuff. Oh, I don't know if you know, but I'm actually back at college myself now. So, full time at college doing a electrical course, and I have just recently passed my first exam, which I was quite surprised about. And then David James saying hello to Autumn Lovely, and you got David James also saying hello. And you got Wayne Wade saying, for me at the moment, Age of Sigma is my thing. Well, yeah, I mean, there's lots of it to work to. Especially if you get some of the older figures and then mix it in with some of the newer stuff. Does look good. Then we've got Wayne Wade saying, Gundam! And then we've got Athelmix saying, now that would look great. Painted up in Vallejo Space Dust Red and Gold Rust. Well, there is a certain colour that's going to be used. It's whether or not I can actually get hold of them in time. So, we'll see. And then we have Lindsay's build joining us saying, evening all, and Ross. So, good evening, Lindsay, and welcome to the stream. You've got Dave Jones, hello to Lindsay. Now, I don't know if you know, remember, Emily, I was actually in the process of building a little 144th scale Airbus at one point. But that has sadly fallen by the way because I think parts have got lost from it. So I'm not going to be able to finish that one. But I do have something else which is buried somewhere in here. If I can find the damn thing. Oh, there it is. Now, as most people know, I don't generally build civilian stuff. But, just to show you out, I have that thing. The Airbus A380 with interior. and that may also turn up very soon as a live stream build at some point. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to painting all those chairs. So that's going to make it definitely a lot more interesting, but we will see. Then we've got Dave Jones saying, congratulations on passing your first test. Is that because you didn't electrocute yourself or anyone else? No, it was to do a lot with the health and safety stuff, and I think my own personal anxiety got into my head when I started, and you go through that period of time where just when you're nervous and you're sitting that exam for the first time, like with me, first time I've been in exam conditions for sort of like 20 odd years, and it got to the point where I'd almost managed to convince myself that I'd failed. It's daft, but that's how it goes. I mean, that's all to do with anxiety. I think that was purely. So yeah, it didn't help. So that's what we're gonna show and do a bit more work on. So we've got the wings to sort of tidy up on. I think that one's. Oh no, I've got the underside of that one still, and top side of that one to do yet. No, top side of that one's done. Top side of that one's got to be done. And it's just the underside of this one to be done. And we've got Emily saying, got to see the real A380 at the Aeroscopia Museum in Toulouse. Ooh. And you got Quemo saying, it's the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, so I'm working on CAD design a TARDIS that is 3D printable in 1/6 scale. Ooh, very nice. Now that's what I'd like to have, is like some of that sort of scale, and then be able to turn it into like a little money box. And then I could have get two of them, and then turn them into money boxes for kids. We've got Wayne Welly saying that's going to be a big kit. Quite no, sure is. 1/6 scale. Oh, so now I need. There it is. This one. Now I've just got to find the right pink colours. That one. And a black grey, which is there. So it's like I was saying on Tuesday when I normally do this build. It's originally it started off where it's supposed to be a quick, simple build, and not going heavily into detail. Yeah, that didn't last very long, did it? For some strange reason. You'd have thought I'd learnt by now, wouldn't you? Whenever I say I'm going to try and do a quick, simple build, it never pays off that way. What kind of saying? Also, being a bit bonkers and working out or awking out the laws of physics, so I can make the Blender file have an inside that is bigger than the outside. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, was working. Then we've got Emily saying, I'm in my second year of my course. I am currently working on the Revell British Airways A380. I know how having anxiety about thing is like. Yeah, it doesn't help. But I mean, I've been extremely lucky that my tutors have completely understood it, and they are there and they've been extremely supportive. Now, I've never really had issues in the past when it comes to that. I mean, yes, I've suffered with depression and that sort of thing in the past, and I think nearly everybody has one way or another. But the anxiety part that I've been through in the last sort of year, it is something I've never really dealt with before. And yeah, it's not easy. That's one thing. I mean, it took me sort of like, I think it was seeing my counsellor for a good month and a half before she sort of said, well, you do realise you're suffering from anxiety and depression at the same time. And for someone to actually know what they were talking about and tell you, that's when you sort of say to yourself, maybe there is something. And then having to force yourself to deal with it, so to speak. Okay, where's that brush gone? There it is. I can look at. Get that bit clean quickly. I'm lucky I don't really suffer about autism, but I do have OCD, which doesn't help. Because you always considering that you've actually failed yourself and you failed in what you're doing, and fighting that urge to run away from things and sort of bury your head in the sand and that sort of thing. That's never much fun. I'm currently in my second year of my course. Yeah, and it's hard to if you like me and have watched from the top. I don't mind talking about my struggle. I never have done. Well, now I don't. It's because I've sort of like accepted the fact that it is part of me, and it's like even today going into town. If it hadn't been for somebody with me, I'd have been running back home within sort of 5 minutes of completing what I wanted to do. I don't want to be out of the house. I don't want to go anywhere. And each time I go to things like college, I am literally fighting myself to actually go. And that's sort of like disappointing to myself because I know I'm better than that. Yes, I've been through some issues lately, but I've got to stop letting it control me. And that's the hardest part and the hardest thing to deal with. for me is actually doing that. I mean, even my counsellor at the time, she said it could end up taking the average person about 5 years sort of recover from having severe anxiety and that. It's almost as if, like, every time I go out the door, I'm having to hold the door handle for a good 5 minutes before I let go of it, as if like to release myself. That's in myself. That's just not me, and that's one of the hardest things for me to deal with. But yeah, I'm hoping this year's gonna be a bit better. What the new year, should I say? So at the moment, it can't really get much worse for me, and in a way, I think what's helping me as well is concentrating on my course and making sure that, like, the last exam, that I pass them. And the other way that is by actually putting the effort into it and giving it that extra. You got Ethel saying, when I sat my exams for SIA course, I completed the exam in 10 minutes and was told a week later I had passed with flying colours, second highest pass mark ever seen. Then I was retired by a DWP. What is that? The deranged working protocol. Hmm. And you got quite saying, Ross, over the years I've been shot, stabbed, set on fire, hit by multiple cars, and beaten up more times than I can count. So I can understand not wanting to get out there. Yeah, it's not easy, I know. And like I've explained to me, bro, because he thinks me doing this hobby is a nutty thing. But as I do, it's basically been my lifeline. Because there's times where I feel as though I probably wouldn't be here still if it hadn't been for this hobby. And that's the scare when you sort of sit back and you think that way, and it's sort of like you go, yeah, that's scary when you sort of say to yourself that when life kicks you, you just got to keep getting back up. But knowing that when you're in that darkest point, that's where your mind's telling you, and it's scary as hell. And I know I've sort of like suffered with depression for quite some time over the years, but never to the point of what I've been going through this last year. And this is the sort of thing that I wouldn't sort of put on my worst nightmare. of a friend, like enemy. So it's not a good thing. And I mean, it's like having you lot out there that I can talk to, even though I'm sat in the safety of my house behind the camera. It does me a world of good. And it's like I said to my brother, I said, it's the only thing that keeps me going. It's my 3 or 4 hours a week that keeps me happy and keeps me sane. So, yeah. But hopefully, at some point in the new year, the man cave will be on the move. So I intend transferring it up into the attic area once I've got that converted over. So I can have it all set up there and have a lot more room to manoeuvre and have sort of like space to have a proper studio set up there. So yeah, that's what I intend doing. So then downstairs here can be turned into a proper living room. Because at the moment it looks like a tip. Let's see. You get me saying, I have days at college where I struggle to find the motivation in the classroom to do work, but I push through it. Yep, I've had probably just over a week ago. I had to take a week out because I end up going in on Tuesday, sort of like having a minor setback, an anxiety attack, and then on the Wednesday when I went in, I had a major anxiety attack. Couldn't actually stay in college, and lucky enough I was in a position where I'm slightly ahead with my work, especially in the workshop, because I've got like some experience of doing what they're doing at the moment, and I've managed to catch up this week, plus get me exam passed. And that's another reason why I probably thought I failed my exam, because basically the week before I sat the exam, I had the anxiety attack. So yeah, when you mix them all together, it don't go down well. But yeah, it took some time for me to sort of admit to myself that I'm not the only one that suffers. And yeah, it's like when you sort of get to my age, it's very hard to ask for help. And then to get the sort of confirmation I got from my counsellor and everything, that did help. You've got to touch up those leading wing edges there. There. Quite chuffed about that come out so far. There you go. So that wing is basically waiting for highlighting now. Let's see. You got Apple saying, okay, Mary has had her shower. Celia is away home to Mary's flat, and I'm yawning my head off, so it's bedtime for me for this oldie. So see you, crowd, on the flip side. Well, take care, Ethel. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And then we've got Wayne saying, Chrono, you've had a rough time. And then we've got Wayne Willie saying, Night, Ethel. Then we've got Chrono saying, Wayne Willie, yeah, but then I found out about lube. I think that's why he got the 3D printer very, very quickly, though, didn't he? to make the toys for the lube. Then you got when I was at my worst, I had this large, quite chubby tabby cat. Yeah, well, that's in a way. I'm glad that I've got model making putty and model making dog, because I said they do help with sort of like keeping you sort of level and make living life to sort of like keep you out of the house. Especially for me, I generally only go out at night time, and I'm a lot happier at the moment, even though it's sort of like earlier in the day, because it gets darker sooner. It means I can take the dog out sooner, because that's what I generally do. Is I'll take the dog out for a walk when it's dark, and first thing in the morning when it's light, or just about to turn light. That's when I normally go out with the dog. Quite a man saying also the metal implants in my body mean I can make fun of Wimpy Wolverine. Yeah. David J saying night to Ethel, and Nick Wayne saying I got referred to Mind at one point and they were a great help, but that was back in 2019 due to work pressure. Yeah, I mean it does build up. I mean, I think with me, with my depression and everything, it was basically because I was with running my own business and sort of like going through the COVID stage and having to spend sort of like, I think it was like 3 or 4 months sitting at home because I wasn't allowed to go into sort of work into other people's houses because of my heart condition and that. So I was ordered to stay home, so to speak. But yeah, that didn't help me one bit really. But then with the second wave, they said, "Oh, well, I have to do the same thing again," and I said, "No chance." And lucky enough, I'd managed to secure a property to work on for a sort of like empty property. So me and the lad that I normally work with, we went and worked on that, and we only got away with doing that because we had even had police come around knocking on the door when we was working, asking how many people were at the property working at the time. But yeah, that's that period of time. There's a lot to answer for, sadly. Touch wood, I never got hit by it. I was lucky in a way, I suppose. And in a way, I've never had a problem with the injections or anything like that. So yeah, I'm happy enough. I think the most damage wasn't from the injections for me. It was actually the staying at home part. Well, we still have 11 people watching, so thank you very much for everybody that is. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Well, at least we're having no issues tonight with the old OBS. It seems to be working fine today, thankfully. Quite amazing. One of the best ways of dealing with mental health issues that I have found is teasing Marcus and a box of tissues for the non-dairy mayonnaise. Oh dear. Now that I would be ever advocate the teasing of Marcus unless he's, you know, there. Yeah, well, Marcus is a character within himself, let's put it that way. And he's a great co-host. I mean, I've been grateful for him joining me on the streams that he has done. Because first of all, he didn't really want to be on live streaming. And then for him to be actually agreed to carry on coming onto the streams and being a co-host for me. And now he's got his own channel up and running, which is always good. So if you're subscribed to my channel and you go looking for Marcus's channel, please do give him a thumbs up and a subscription. Ring his little ding-a-ling. No, I don't mean it that way, Cronin. When are you getting overexcited? And you got Emma saying, waiting for my little black cat called Luna to come home or come back. Where's little Luna been on holiday? Something, has it? Or has it just been out for the night? Has it been a little dirty little stop out? Now, hopefully before Christmas, I may well be doing a little Christmas giveaway. Not think about what I'm going to do yet, but I'll think of something. And then hopefully we'll get that sent out to you before Christmas. Can't guarantee it, because you know what the British postal system's like. But yeah, we will do something along those lines, I think. So then we've got kind of saying, so what are you saying is he did want to be on cam and then he got all of my shares. Now I'm totally going to have to do his dong. Oh dear. Poor lad's not even here and he's still getting shit. Yeah. Actually, I'll shut a bit better. Don't worry. the underside tied up. Now you got, so I'm waiting for him to come up to bed for snuggles, as he was on my bed all day. He finally went out for an adventure, and he probably downstairs. Now my one, he is upstairs, probably fast asleep on my bed, being the little monster that he is, because he got kicked out of the living room for keeping attacking my feet. You got Hobby saying, is Marcus in the UK or abroad? He lives abroad. So, yeah. And at the moment he's on over at his brother's. And you got Hobby saying, cheers Wayne. That explains why B25 not right. Yeah, he'll be posting it from Netherlands. So it could take a while to get to you. But it all depends on what the postal system is, and at the moment I will send you a message Hobby time and explain to you what's going on about that as well. You got Emily saying he keeps trying to do naughty stuff and being a pain in the backside. That's cats for you. Like, a lot of people think they own cats, but they don't. It's the other way around. The cats own you. They just deign to live with you. And then if you don't give them the good prawns and whatnot, they bugger off to somebody else's house and leave you. But my one's not going to be too happy soon, because he's going to get the chop on his little round dangly bits. So he's not going to be a happy bunny when he finds that out and has to deal with that. To say the least. Yeah, I'll get him fully chipped and get him sorted out, because he's a Bengal Mancoon. And I think it's as of next year, all cats legally have to be chipped. So you're no longer allowed to saute them. I mean, they didn't really think of it very well, did they? Because, like, if you chip them, it's going to block the cut up in it, the fur. My cats had been done already. Didn't want kittens. Yeah, well, he's been a house cat, and hopefully going to turn him into an outside cat once he's been chipped. And I'll probably end up going for one of the tracker chips as well, so that way I can keep an eye on him. He goes out into the garden, the front garden at the moment, but doesn't sort of stay out there for too long. Okay. And we say my cat has Bombay in him. And we've got Wayne saying, going to call it a night, struggling to stay awake and try to sleep this cold off too. Well, you take care, Wayne, and thanks very much for joining us. Very much appreciated. I'm probably getting close to getting done for tonight myself. As I won't be doing a long as normal stream because there's only little old me and there's only so much you can put up with me, I suppose. The fact that I want to try and get some sleep, which I've been struggling to do all week. And you got everybody saying night to Wayne. There. That's that one there. Now with this model I will hopefully try and do a bit of weathering on it and some edge lining. So I think I've got the orange that I need to do it. So we'll see. And that's that one done. Go back over this wing. Yeah. Just these front edges. Just sorting out. I think one of the hardest things for me is when I go to bed, I'm absolutely shattered. I want to go to sleep, but as soon as my head hits that pillar, I'm wide awake again. It is so bleeding annoying. And there's times when you sort of like lay down and you're thinking like, yep, that's going to happen. And other times you just completely just that knackered, you just go plonk and that's it. You're dead to the world. Them's the nights I'd actually really enjoy sleeping. Hey, that's those bits sorted. So that's all the wings detailed up. And I suppose as it's midnight, we can probably call it there tonight. So yes, we've got the B24 into a position where it's got all the paints on it now. That's it, other than the gloss, the clear coat gloss. That's all I've got left to go on it. Now I've just got the detailing of these wings done. Now, there are a couple more bits to go on it, and I think I've just got to do a bit of a touch up along that edge there. Get that on it. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there and there. A little bit to touch up with the lead belcher. And then there's a couple more bits to go on to here that I've got to do, and then hopefully the wings should be nearly ready to attach, because they should sit, if I remember rightly, somewhere like so. I think like that. So they'll sit onto there like so. So yeah, I think that's going to look half decent. So a few more little tiny bits of detail I've got to do on these. Other than that, I think they can be sorted. And there's a couple more bits. There's a truck that goes over here. That's got to go on. So we've got Jeff every same night, Wayne. So I'm going to go back up to camera, face camera. Is it? Oh, that's the down cam. There we go. So yeah, a big thank you to everybody that has been watching tonight. It is very, very much appreciated. Again, sorry it's just me, but occasionally it's nice. And it's been a very, very long time since I last did a Saturday stream on my own. And you know, I've enjoyed it, but it's hard when you're trying to talk to people for like on a stream and you're on your own. Because normally, if you've got somebody, you've got so used to having somebody there to banter with, it does make the short stream go so a lot quicker. But there we go, these things happened. You got Jeff Wright saying thanks, Ross, for another great stream. Take care and stay safe, everyone. So you too, mate. Thank you very much for watching. Then you got Dojo saying thank you for a great night. You're more than welcome. Been a bit of a different night, so to speak. So you had a bit of B24 action and a bit of a Arky Copper action. So yeah. So I would say a very big thank you for everybody that's watched. Take care, stay safe, and happy model building. Bye bye for now.